What's going on, everyone? It's your average consumer, and today I've got a review for you guys of the brand new Beats Tour version 2, 2013, 2.0, whatever you want to call it. This is the new Beats Tours, and hey, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. And alright guys, here we have the new Beats Tours version 2. And I'm sorry I made you guys wait so long for this review, but it's finally here. But first, let's take a quick look at the case that these come in. It's a very similar case to the old version. It's a hard shell case with a different logo in the front. And what you'll find inside is pretty much the same thing as always. You have your earphones inside, and when you remove those, you'll see that it has a little pouch that you can store extra earbuds or even the new little secure fit wings that the new tours come with. So it's pretty much the same stuff. It'll offer good protection, no surprises here. And taking a look at the earbuds themselves, you can see that it has a completely new design, and you can see that it has a semi-clear casing around where the L and the R's are. You can see through it, and you can see a bit of the internals, a little red cable inside. So I think it has a nice little touch to it. It looks pretty good. And when you remove the ear tips, you can actually see that it has a little red speaker grill. So that's a nice little touch as well. I do like the way it looks. It looks pretty nice. Now, one of my favorite changes of the new design is the actual angle that the ear tips go in. So in the old version, you'll see that it can go upward, but this one, it doesn't go upward, it goes inward. So it's kind of hard to describe, but if you look at the ear tips of the old one, it points upward, while the new ones, it goes towards your ear canal. So it'll hit the eardrum a lot better. That'll provide better sound quality, and it's an overall better fit. So I definitely was very happy with that. And speaking of fits, these come with a secure fit wingtip so that you can add this on to have extra security when you're using these. And I found that these did work very, very well. I was actually very surprised at how good these were. So when using these, you can walk around and not worry about it budging at all. But to be honest with you, with the new design, I didn't have an issue with these slipping out anyway. So it was really just an added bonus. And I felt that I didn't need this pretty much most of the time. So very good stuff here. And I like that they went the extra mile. And what's great about these is that they actually fit pretty well. As you can see inside my ears, I've had no issues here. I can move around, move my head, and you see it stays in place. So that's really good stuff on their end. Very glad that they came out with that. Now, looking at the actual inline remote, you'll see that they got to the new design now. No longer do they have the old button that was silver. Now they have what looks like a standard Beats remote. So no surprises here, but I'm glad to see that they updated this to go with the rest of the line. And in case you were curious what it looked like compared to the old one, here it is. The old one was just very square, very out of place in comparison to the new things that have come out from Beats. Now, one thing that was a blessing in disguise to me is how much smaller they made everything. From the cables to the little parts that are actually on the earbuds, everything is a lot smaller, and this makes a world of difference when walking around with these every day. When comparing it to the old one, you can see here that this little piece, it made it a lot heavier when walking around with it, and it made the ear tips fall out of your ears, where this one, you don't have that issue whatsoever. The new version has taken care of that, made these a lot lighter and a lot better. And they also included a new input jack where it's a lot more raised than before, so it'll work with more cases. Definitely a fan. Now, of course, to talk about the sound quality. I really do like the sound quality that I got from these. It was a bit of an improvement in comparison to the old ones if you're a bass head. The bass is a lot more present here than it was before. And what's great about this is it didn't sacrifice sound clarity. So you'll be able to hear instruments and vocals and things of that nature with no problem, but it does have a bit more bass. So if you want a less bass, you can go for the old versions, but these new versions definitely do have a bit more. They're pretty much like a cleaned up version of the Earbeats. The Earbeats had a ton of bass but sounded a bit muddy when you're listening to vocals and things of that nature, but you won't find that here, which is definitely a thumbs up for me. And that pretty much wraps up my review, guys. One thing I do want to note is that I did encounter a short in my wire when I first got these. I actually had to send it back to Beats because my inline remote went haywire, and that was just crazy. So that might say something about durability, but a lot of people that I know who have the new tours didn't encounter that at all, so mine could have just been a defective one. But I wanted to make you guys aware of it nonetheless. But that's about it for this review, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.